Do you feel like you're constantly distracted? Do you feel like it's almost impossible to focus on what you want to do, but then you get distracted by stuff you don't want to do? Me, I've been there countless times in my life. I had something important to do, I get started doing it, and then in the middle I get sidetracked to something I actually don't want to do, like scrolling or something like that. But what if I told you that dealing with this fog within your mind is actually far easier than you think it is? Let me explain. So picture this scenario. You wake up, you're nice cuddled in bed, it's early in the morning. But the first thing you do, it isn't getting up out of bed, it's not going outside to look at the sun or to brush your teeth or anything like that. The first thing you do is pick up your phone and look at the notifications. And just like that, you're in trouble. Because think of the situation our brains are in that moment. Our brain just had a nice long night of sleep. In that moment, it's nice and relaxed. Because you see, in that moment, the last thing your brain needs is these daggum devices. Because it doesn't need to be this stimulated this early in the morning, for Pete's sake. Not to mention what that sort of thing does to your eyes. Like you're sleeping in a dark environment, then all of a sudden, you get flashbanged by your phone. It ain't good for your eyes. And as you're scrolling through notifications and Insta stories, your brain hasn't had any time to collect itself for the morning. So you get up and you get going, and your brain is already at a lower capacity than it would have been otherwise. And because your brain is starting at a lower capacity for what it needs to do, it runs out quicker. And because of that, you can't do what you want to do. But it's alright, you still have tomorrow to try it again. But then you get on your phone again, you scroll, and you watch YouTube videos and all sorts of shit posts. And just like that, it's 11 p.m. and you haven't gone to bed yet. So you turn it off and you try and settle in, but your brain is still overstimulated and takes a butt ton of time to relax. And by the time you actually go to sleep, it's actually 2 in the morning and you barely get any quality sleep at all. Pretty terrible situation, isn't it? But there is a solution, but it's definitely going to take some willpower in order to accomplish it. So our first problem is waking up, and first thing we do is look at our phone. The solution to this is actually pretty simple. But what you can do is take your phone and take your charger out of your room and away from your bedside and move it to a different room entirely. That way, if you want to charge your phone before bedtime, you're going to have to take it to that room and go to your bedroom empty-handed. And of course, there's going to be complaints saying, oh, but I need it for my alarm clock. If you need it for an alarm, get an alarm clock then. You can go on Amazon right now and look up alarm clock, and you can go find yourself one of those bell alarm clocks with the little bells on the top of it. And here's another important thing. Once you have that alarm clock and get the batteries in, do not put it next to your bed. Otherwise, you'll constantly be in the situation of alarm goes off, bada bing, snooze, alarm goes off, bada boom, snooze. Instead, take the alarm clock and put it on the other side of the room. So that way, once you hear it in the morning, you're going to immediately have to get your booty out of bed, saunter on over, and turn off the alarm. And then you could go to the other room and grab your phone. And just like that, your brain has had much more time to get itself ready for the day, instead of being immediately stimulated by boom. Now the second thing you can do is definitely going to be much more difficult. At least 2 to 3 hours before you go to bed, every single device you have must be turned off, without exception. Because simply put, your brain needs time to get ready to go to sleep. And a good way to do that is to take away all the overstimulating bull crap. Just take it, put it to the side. If you want entertainment for the rest of the evening, just grab a book, grab a couple cards, play a game with those. And then once you get to like an hour before bed, put all that away and get yourself ready to go to sleep. And then by that time, there'll be nothing else to do in the day. So all you gotta do is put your phone in the other room, plug the pillow, and freaking sleep. And now just those 2 things, your brain will become much more clear to do what you want to do. And so then you can focus on what you truly want to do with your life. Well, thank you so much for watching this video, everybody. God bless you, and I'll see you in the next one.